God will never subtract something out of your life without multiplying it 10 times or more later. And I know it's hard at the time to feel this way when people walk out of your life and you feel like they were never going to leave you or they were never going to forsake you or abandon you, and they do, and they actually show the deepest fear that you've ever had in your life. And they do something to you that's betrayal, or they lie, or they just turn out to be a person that you never thought they would have been. This video is for you. God does not take people out of your life to punish you. Sometimes it's to protect you, and I think we need to start looking at it very differently. I know what heartbreak feels like when someone has betrayed you that you never thought they would. I know what it feels like when you are on your knees, desperate, wanting to die because this person completely crushed you and your heart and your spirit and your soul, and you feel like there's no way of going forward. But that, my friends, is a very beautiful moment when you can come to God and say, God, help. And he does. He comes through. He sees. He knows. Whatever he takes from you or whatever, and honestly, people, I think we blame God too much for people's evil doing. People make their own decisions. People choose to cheat. People choose to betray you as a friend. People choose that. It's not God. That's our sinful nature. But God is so good that, one, he either takes that person out of your life for good to protect you, to then replace or bring a better person in for your life, or two, he teaches you lessons through reconciling with that person. And I think it's so true, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but it hurts a hell of a lot. And if somebody's left your life right now and you feel like you're hurting, I want you to hear this. It's okay to hurt and feel the emptiness and the pain that you're feeling right now, but I do not want to let that be the rest of it. I do not want that to predict the rest of the days of your life. Your life may look a lot different. Of course, maybe you lost a bunch of friends. I actually have a video that I talked about getting ostracized from a surf girlfriends group. I'm so glad God took those girls out of my life, because they just, you guys, people, women in their 30s still talking trash about each other, and I won't get into it because then I'm gonna get fired up. At the time, it sucked. I had no one to surf with, and I didn't for a long time. And recently, actually, I started surfing with people from my church, and it just happened so naturally and so beautifully. And these people are low drama, they're chill, they fill us, we fill each other up when we're out there on the surf. And I would not have had that. I would not have been open to that if I still stuck in this little cliquey girls drama group. So I know that at the moment, it feels like it can be like the worst thing in the world, like that God's cutting off a piece of your arm if you lose somebody. And I'm even talking deeper, like a spouse that betrays you, or, just something that happens that you never saw coming. God has a plan, and I know it's hard to hear that and believe that, and you're probably rolling your eyes, but if you surrender and you say, I physically can't hold on to this person, there's nothing that I can do to change the situation, good, because that's where the magic starts to happen. In John 15, God says that he cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, and basically he allows new branches and new fruit to grow. And I love that depiction because if you look at all these trees, they didn't grow overnight, and I'm sure that there was wind or something knocking down the branches, and then they'd grow back stronger. Or look at a rose bush. It's growing these beautiful rose flowers, but eventually those flowers die, and you have to hack off every single one of them for it to grow even more abundantly next season. This is not a mistake. I think God makes beautiful metaphors for us to just have throughout life. And whatever God's cutting off in you, let him. I was talking with you guys. I think a branch just fell. I can't make this up. I feel like God speaks so much through my videos to whoever needs to hear it. So thank you for being here. That was crazy. It just sounded like a twig snapped. But I was talking with one of my dear friends, and she is a beautiful woman of God, and she basically we don't know each other very well, but she said God cuts people off in your life, but it's a matter of you not chasing after them. If God cuts someone out and clearly without mistake cuts someone out of your life, do not turn around and chase them, because it's like chasing rotten fruit. Maybe that should be the title of this video, Chasing Rotten Fruit. Stop chasing rotten fruit. That person showed you who they were. They showed you their true colors. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to not allow them to have access to you anymore, because you are so perfect and fearfully and wonderfully made. And for that person to have access to who you are and your energy and your time and your space, like, they either have to step up, or whatever it is that you feel like they need to do. If they hurt you, they need to change that. But if you kind of step back, like right now with one of my friends, really sucks because she was a really close friend and she disappointed me and she hurt me over and over and over. I've had to take a step back and wait and see if she initiated, if she wanted a relationship with me, and she doesn't. And you know what? That sucks. But I have had an abundance of beautiful women come into my life since then that I'm like, man, like, you don't have to waste your time with people that are not filling your cup. You don't have to waste your time with people that don't see your value and like hear your cries and like hear when things get hard and they're allowed to come to you and talk to you. If you have a friend that takes it the wrong way or like gets offended, it's not your friend. Like, if you're feeling some type of way, they did something to you, and you are an adult enough to bring it up and not just sweep it under the rug, that's not a friend. Let that person go. And quite frankly, I have never felt so free being so lonely. Like having maybe like 4 really good friends in my life, and this little girl right here. Do you want to say hi? Yeah, rescue a dog. That fixes a lot. But maybe God's trying to simplify your life. You've got to let him. You've got to let him simplify your life and take you to a different place, because you are stuck wherever you are with whatever friend group that you're in or job or whatever it is, whatever branch he's trying to cut off that has bad fruit. Stop chasing the rotten fruit, period. And God will bless you abundantly. But you have to ask him, like, hey, can you give me comfort through this time? It's not necessarily the friends that leave that cause the pain. It's like the void and the space and the emptiness there. It's like the text that you don't get, or like, you know, you think of something that you had an inside joke and you want to text that person, but you can't. I get it. I've lost so many people in my life, more than probably the average person. But I think that also God has blessed me abundantly with even more fortuitous relationships, even better and more abundant, and just people that can pour into me. I usually pour out everything that I have with every person around me, but these people, they pour back and we just like fill each other's cup to the brim, and I love it. It's so good. But I didn't get here until he cut off those ugly, dirty, rotten fruit branches. So if you're in that season right now, get ready. Open your heart again. Guard it, like definitely guard your heart, but be open to new friendships. People that maybe you never would have thought you'd be friends with before. Those turn out to be the most beautiful relationships. Hit that subscribe button and drop a comment. We're trying to build some community here. So tell me who you are. Tell me what's up. And I'd love to meet you. Bye.